So, my friends, welcome to a new video. Today we're taking a look at a new stock again, and this time it's all about Nike. Nike should be a familiar name to everyone. Personally, I don't have this stock in my portfolio yet, but I'm considering possibly adding it, maybe even through a savings plan. This stock was requested by someone who wrote a comment down below. So if you have any other stock requests, no matter what, or even ETF requests, if there's something you'd like us to take a look at, feel free to write it down in the comments below. I'm really open to that. Of course, I cover the things I have in my own portfolio, but I'm always open to new suggestions. And of course, I'm here to check out new stocks as well. That's why today's choice is Nike. Nike should be a familiar name to everyone. And as you can see here, since our all-time high, we've dropped, or we're still down, almost 67%. Why? How come? What's the reason? That's exactly what we're going to take a look at in today's video. But before we get started, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course, feel free to join the free Telegram Talk and Signal group. If you're interested in updates, news, and signals, feel free to join. You'll find the link for that for free in the video description, and if you're still looking for an exchange where you can also trade, go ahead and sign up with my partner exchange, BingX. The link for that is also down in the video description. By doing so, you support the channel and me. And if you're still looking for a stockbroker in general, I use Trade Republic. You'll also find the link for that down in the video description. Everything, including Trade Republic, also offers free savings plans. Alright, let's dive into Nike. Honestly, you really have to say, in the end, it's starting to look like the biggest shitcoin again. If we just look at the fact that since our all-time high, we've dropped as much as 72% down to the low we've just formed. What are the reasons for this? Of course, the competition keeps getting bigger. Adidas and Puma are the biggest competitors. Adidas is also landing some pretty big deals, thanks to FIFA, the Club World Cup, etc. You definitely have to factor all of that in here. On top of that, the quarterly numbers in recent months haven't really been good. The most recent ones, though, were really good, or rather, there was a surprising quarterly profit. I've pulled that up for you here, just briefly, with a solid quarterly result of 54 cents per share. So, that was significantly above expectations, which is what led to this short-term bottom here. That means we found our bottom here at a nice support zone around $52. That doesn't mean we couldn't fall even lower. Still, we have really strong support here. You can see that here, if we go back, the support actually dates all the way back to October 2014. We're looking at the weekly time frame here. So this isn't a daily chart, it's the weekly time frame, and our all-time high was set here on the 21st, on October 25th, 2021. That's probably also important to mention here, and since then, the stock has only gone in one direction. So for almost 4 years now, it's basically just been burning money. But this support level here is extremely important. We've actually filled this massive wick here on the weekly chart from 2020, that was the Corona crash, so we're even below the Corona level now, and we've reached this support box down here. In my opinion, we could definitely drop down to $46 if this zone breaks. Honestly, if that happens, Nike would really be at rock bottom because the next support zones would only be down here between $21 and $28. That's why the stock is very interesting right now. Especially because, as I said, the latest numbers actually weren't that bad. Of course, you have to wait for the full numbers for 2024 first because revenue has dropped a bit. That's the first point. But if we take a look at the quarterly results here, 2025, Q3, they beat everything across the board. That's a very good sign, especially the profit before taxes, which shows that this is still a profitable company. This could now lead to Nike having found its bottom, at least from a weekly perspective. So, what's important here for the next few weeks and months? Should you set up a savings plan here, or look for spot entries, or maybe make some smaller investments? For me, I'd definitely wait for another pullback, possibly. And for that, we need to zoom in a bit more and draw our FIP level. Point number one for riskier moves would be everything around the 0.5 level, which means between $58 and about $56. That would be this red box. Those would be the first entry points. It might also fit well with this week that we could still see this pullback happen here. If not, then my first spot purchases would definitely be in the range between $52 and $46 because I find the stock interesting now, also due to the dividend and so on. If we see this bounce here, we can definitely expect a recovery. Honestly, it would be even better if we reach the $56 area and already see a trend reversal there, because then we would have a higher low and possibly confirm the trend reversal. The next resistance levels, what really matters. On the weekly chart, we have our major resistance up there between $91 and $97. But even if we just look at this in terms of stocks, and because for stocks, huge price gains aren't really that spectacular, that would already be a 50 to 63% increase. I wouldn't go any higher than that with Nike stock at the moment. We also need to take a look, and where did I see it? The quarterly results, right, are coming on the 26th of June, so in about a week and a half, the quarterly results will be released. If you want, you can of course wait for that to maybe get another confirmation here. How did the last quarters turn out? And of course, also the Q4 results for 2025. In my opinion, that's going to be very, very interesting and could really be the starting signal here, if the numbers are really, really good, for us to say, okay, this could be the wave where we see a recovery up to, as I said, 91, 92, or even up to 98 US dollars. As I said, I wouldn't go that far at the moment. It's an interesting stock, but as soon as we really break through our support down here at 46 US dollars, then I see things looking pretty bleak, and we could probably drop down to 28 or even 21 US dollars. So, it's a risky stock, if the numbers are right. Okay, we definitely have some solid upside potential here if we really hit that golden pocket, 133, 134, but honestly, I don't see that happening right now, just being straight with you. My focus is on tech, but companies like Nike, sports equipment manufacturers, are also on my radar. Maybe this week we'll do a low comparison with Adidas as well. Just so we have another comparison, especially now before the quarterly results, you have to take a look and ask, okay, which stock might actually be the better long-term performer? Adidas has really caught up a lot in recent years, and of course you can also see Puma's impact in Nike's stock performance since the competition keeps getting tougher. Still, it's an interesting stock. These are, let's say, our two main buy zones, or for those who find it interesting or want to invest here, these would be possible accumulation zones in my opinion, and after that, things could get pretty rough. Otherwise, feel free to share your opinion in the comments below about what you think of Nike. Are you invested, or do you think it's an absolute crap stock? If so, I'm definitely with you on that. I'm happy to hear your opinions in the comments, because as I said, this is a new format here, and if there's anything that can be improved, just let me know below. Otherwise, I'd say that's it from my side. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the bell so you get notified when a new video goes online. That's it from me. Until then, bye-bye, and I'll see you again next week.